And while I'm picking the last 3 cards from my Atlantis Egyptian, you know, I got this deck since I was it was 2000 when I get this through my first master. She was, you know, my real. Okay, yeah. What is saving you right now is that you have a strong willing to have peace, and this inner peace is not a bypassing peace. Yeah, so I got it, and this is what is saving you. Okay, I suggest to stay in the natural state of innocence, like the child. Oh, mommy, look at the flower. Oh, you know, kind of that. Even if you don't go to the country, or you can't go to the country. Imagine you are in your music studio or in a place, because here is where I found the place. And here is connecting, also connecting to Uranus, that it's ancient, you know, because it's gonna be there. Sorry, it's very achy today. Oh my gosh. I took my medicine, but, you know, then I have to rest, you know. So, look, we are getting there. So this is gonna save you. So the way to get through that, what I'm saying, talking to you, it's notice you're willing, contact that part right now, besides whatever is the situation, because we've been really destabilized during these 2 days. And of course, this is also due to the fact that the word, you know, Netanyahu made that, you know, and this, the attack and all that. And there's people suffering this fast, and it creates a reverberation of darkest force. And then the second one is that before we have the operation to the moon. Yeah, that was great. Me either, because, you know, I also post Jean-Michel Jarre anniversary 40 for the 40 years anniversary, you know, because the first expedition to the moon was when there was a Kennedy. Okay, and it was 86, yeah. So, and now again, this one, you know, we had 2 days ago. Yeah, but there is a technology that got to improve for the benefit of us, but there are also so many nefarious operations. And then my guides also reminding me that there is also the drawing of this Easter in the world celebration, when even if you don't believe or you just blah blah blah, everybody, no matter what, that day was somewhere trying to find some rest, some peace. That is here again. Some rest, some peace, some celebration, some eating something, some, you know, let's have a drink with friends, whatever. It doesn't matter if you are into the spiritual path or you just, okay, anybody was blah, blah, blah. And so, if in the world there is this contemporary energy where everybody is searching for the same thing. The nefarious operation tried to obliterate that, tried to suck from that field and create a division in order that there's no oh yeah, let's them celebrate, let's them celebrate in the day after. No, it doesn't, it won't last so long, you know what I mean? Okay, so to get it into a situation where it's absolutely vain, yeah. And so let's have them celebrating whatever, and then we pass through. Okay, because you know that people is still, it will be always in the control of this darkest forces operation. Yeah. So we got that one. Then we had the and in the 6th, it was also during this day, Jean-Michel Jarre launch again, you know, blah blah blah. The anniversary and contemporary, there was a nefarious darkest operation. Even if it was a great launch to the moon, yeah, but we don't know. Okay, let's be sincere. In fact, through that going there, something was manipulated in the moon, yeah, that is coming here. Now you're coming like this, like, you know, you see the moon there, and you are trying to perceive your moon emotions. Now what happens is that today the moon is in Capricorn, no, yes, it's still in Capricorn, and the Capricornian moon, with the things that these three facts, it represents a materialistic structure that is destabilizing, that is connected to the materialism. Okay, and what is helping you is being like this mother, which is the Queen of Grains, yeah. If you look, she had a child from one side, and then the other side, this is representing her business. Okay, so this is the material world, the job, what will I sell, whatever is your job, or whatever you are selling, whatever is your job, your profession, and what the material way to sustain you. Okay, but it's not only that, it's also the way that you materialized, because the abundance and the prosperity is not only when you have money for what you do, is also when you ask for a visit and they say, okay, come in 3 days, come tomorrow. That's a prosperity, because you are in need and you don't have to wait for your health to get worse and waiting in the while for getting, you know, because then when you will get it, you will pay more money, or you will have a more effort, you will have more this and that. Okay, I've been through this also this morning, because there was a, okay, I got to explain it in a way that I found this kind of structure where there's a lot of in a practical side, in a surfacing side, is also because there is a lot of people that are still scattered through, you know, still finishing their holidays, or they, instead of coming to the holiday back to the work, they are making some other collaboration things, stuff, you know, before coming back to their ordinary routine in their job. Okay, so it's probably that nobody is there. Many of them, they are not there, and when you are needing them, they are just 2 or 3 people or 5 people instead of 15. Okay, and all these people cannot manage, and then the operation and the energy is coming through, and then they cannot, there is also this, no matter what they try to do, everybody is impacted by this 3 factor that I've been explaining, showing you. So, the energy now wants to come back to starting something. But everything is destabilized. There is a lot of destabilization energy right now, that even if people try to do their bst to cover somebody who is not there, or whatever it is, even if there's also underneath, there also this infiltration and this hijacking. You see what I mean? Then, depending on the person, if the person is more centered and awake, and they understand that they are whatever they realize their shadow. Like whatever you try to say to them, they put obstacles in the middle, and they don't realize these obstacles can be avoided, but for them it's a structure. So this is also connecting to the people that you know, that you meet, can also say, this is structured, this is not some hijacking, this is not, okay, I'm just in a fuss, I'm just, okay, let me listen to what you are saying, let me be not so padded, with my thoughts and this and that, my emotions, because it's the moon, yeah? So, you're asking, for those who are asking, and anybody can do this, it should be that you are in a state of, okay, you see that there is angels here, and the angels are going towards the moon, like, in this case, it's like, okay, let me protect you in your meditation state. Let me protect the person. Of course, it's you, it's available, but it's you that you have to consider this position, okay? Because if you don't do that, if nobody does that, they are just trying to do their best to protect, to help humanity. But if you don't get into the state and say, okay, I need to purify, I need protection from the angel, and this gotta be specific. It's not, okay, I just call the angels to be happy to be, protected and this and that, and that's it. No, you gotta understand why and what. You gotta be specific. And the specific way is what I've been explaining to you, okay? So in order to stay here and not being called by your thoughts and emotions, because everybody is impacting the other. Like the hijacking is coming to you, what, no, what? I say red, what? You are saying black, sorry, I just go with the red. But yeah, in fact, oh, calm down. Yeah, sorry, I go because it's kind of down. Okay, people, it's like this, it can be like this. All right? Then you start to be confused, then you start to be like, okay, I'm good, I want to start this thing, and I can't do that, whatever it is. Whether you are booking an exam, whether you are going to fix your next move in whatever is the situation. Should I go for the washing machine, or should I go outside having my dog pissing in the nature, or whatever it is? Or should I start this energy that I feel, should I start it in a way that I want to go to that direction? I want to be, not just doing, be in this kind of state, but there is a rush in between. So it's better that I rest, I get into my peace back, which is very, very strong urge to do that, and then I go. All right? Yeah. So whatever is happening in the town, in your own town, in your neighbors, and in a place of work, or even on a channel, on a YouTube channel, or on your site, or where you post your songs, like, I don't know, what is it, okay, it's a site, internet site, or it's on a Zoom meeting, there is a people, or is on your channel, or is like this, we are talking, there's this kind of willing to start this and to forge this, and then there is a strand here, and here the strand is saying that you can manage in the beast, and it's showing you the beast of this darkness force. So because it appears like the strength, it's not happening like you got to have a little bit of come on, no, it's a strength. You got to taming, you got to, you got to, okay, look at it, and you do it through a more angelic force, and you do it Sagittarius, with Sagittarius as rising, or energy from a Sagittarius is able to do that. You do it with all your fire strength, because the fire is coming here as well. And then here is again is God or whatever from an higher plane that is calling him. Here is Moses, for example, in this card. And here is when God is calling Moses, whether you understand that, whether you are just seeing like a tale that he can help you, it doesn't matter, the sense is the same. That is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita, very, very extraordinarily, the way that is, okay, so it doesn't matter, it's always repeating, okay? It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. So here is when you are called, and this is the Ace of Candles. And I want to read you the Ace of Candles. So the Ace of Candles and the starting, both are the same card. In this case, there's a starting of, let's try, I want to go that way, I want to put my energy in that, let's start to do it, For somebody also, is a protest, because again is in the city when they got to tame the darkest forces coming out, protesting for, but even if they do it, or they've been doing it, it's the same, they've been hijacked And so the energy is like, you got to, as I've been saying so many times, you know, go in and see where you are destabilized, because people going everywhere in a destabilized way inside, like shaking, don't make a favor to anybody. Don't make any result to anybody. They don't, okay. And this is in whatever is the case. It's not only oh, you want to protest, I can take anymore. I want to put my effort, my energy, I don't want to waste my time in this. Okay. And it's very important, the addressing of the energy. Me as an energetic therapist, I always suggest to take care of your energy, the way that you move it, so that you can have it like energy is money, right? Also, it's precious and is not drained by the stupid mechanism of people. So sometimes when you understand that, you want to say, look, I don't want to waste my time. Oh no, we had to say anything else. Go, calm down, because it's like this. So let's go this. No, you don't trust me. Blah, blah, blah. You say what I mean. You know what I mean. You know it. Okay. I say no. You're wasting my time. And you think that they are in a situation. Because it's in the structure, what happens is that somebody is there, is professional. You go there because they are professional and you need them, and they are at a higher level than you, because it's you that you need them, okay? You need the profession, and then when even if they got the competence, they don't understand the clue of what is going on and say to you that blah blah. So in this case, it's not done by the person. It's done by the wisdom of the angels and somebody who is connected with this, and it's understanding what's going on that I've been explaining. Okay, so that's it. So you are going there with, this is the mother, okay, but nurturing is child, her child is child, like it's, and she knows she can do that because she's connected to God. Not because, okay, so she is deeply connected to an higher force, okay, and so she already knows she is anybody. It's not a woman, okay. She can be whomever, you know, whomever, and it's any age, it's also any race, because she's a beautiful black colored with a beautiful black child. Okay, and this is your job, or your child, or your cat, or your effort project, the project. Where you put your effort, or the next action that you are used to do, but not for a long time, because it's still a child. So it's referring to the Aries season, it's referred to the Easter holiday, something that took place in those days. So the new beginning, the spring equinox, the new moon in Aries, all that stuff, okay? Because the same theme happened again and again. It was always, the resurrection for restarting through the highest. Okay, so the Jesus resurrecting inside of us means we are letting go of the old self, getting peace with all our structuring patterns that no longer serves us. It's always the same thing, but it's done is more because this happens every day in the year, but this is more important during this time, even if you don't celebrate it. It's a matter of the fact that it happened to the equinox. If you don't believe it, it was the new solar, okay, the new solar year. It is meaning that you are letting the old and starting a new year, okay? So the old dies and you going forward with your new ways, even if you don't know, but you wanna put them into place. So many people also, I'm feeling, they try to put them in place during these holidays, or with this strong energy of Aries, or with the strong energy of the spring equinox, and now they already started that, but now the child is kind of locked, because this is the structured hijacked that is messing all around through the mothering yourself. Okay, the moon. And if the moon or the mothering yourself is somebody who is impacted with very, very materialistic way, that is not only, look, it's very important, it's not only, I'm against the capitalism, the imperialism, the system, the matrix, this and that, but then you don't go contacting the higher inside of you because you don't believe it. Okay? People like that. So they get into the mix, they get hijacked, they don't know what is going on, and they will come again at home. I've been in the protest, I've done that, blah, blah, blah. There's a stuckness energy, and I don't know. In fact, Netanyahu just bombarded Lebanon. You see what I'm saying? It's a very great kind of, I cannot do that. I understand that, because this morning I had to do something, even if I've been weighted, I've been passionate about it, blah, 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 nothing to do. Then I came home, I let them say, okay, we will have the second option, but say to the person that I will get the other option. And probably they didn't talk each other, because when I met the person kind of didn't know that I was waiting for her to meet her. It is a kind of very, come on, don't make me play this role in your scene of the theater, please, Unit 7. Then I come back, so I liberated myself, because I had somebody else to say, I could say, listen, say to the person that I'm not waiting for her anymore, because she is again, she said, what do you need with her? And okay, I'm coming back. Then she went and disappeared, left me there abandoned, like, I was, okay, should I be the baby abandoned, or should we? So you wait. Okay, I can come in 3 hours if you tell me. But nobody knew what they had to do, At the end of the time, and I said, okay, but you can come on another day, or let me check. I didn't know what she wants also. Okay. And so sit down and wait for me. Okay, so should I stay, should I go? You're kind of down, huh? Okay, because talking and talking and talking is just a waste, fucking wasting of tell me, what do you need? Yeah. If you let me sit there and I show you my documents, I start to talk and you immediately, this is also a problem for Aquarius. Because Aquarius say, and it's done. And they got to wait for others because they cannot see it yet. And here is when a very good characteristic is it turns into a fault for the society. Because you got to wait for them. They don't understand that it's tick, 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 and it's done. And they are going all around and say, no, come yourself, I do it. And they don't want, kind of been also having a lot of acquaintances and friends in different jobs we making together, and sometimes we at a talk or sit down with a beer or something like that, you know what I mean? It happened the same fucking thing to me, and Aquarius, when Aquarius are talking each other, really kind of finally solidarity, for each other. They are solidarity for the community, there's this characteristic charge, and they get to it. Of course, this is playing out in any sign, can have this kind of, but it's coming from their experience only. So, through a certain matter. But then in the other cases, they cannot do. For Aquarius can see so many things because it's the last sign. This is very generic anyway, don't get me wrong, because you can also find an Aquarius that can figure it out the situation. But, generally, even when they are very good with the time, they are very good with stopping, and because they are directly working with they are run by Saturn and Uranus, and so they know when to be stopped, or a shock is coming, or time is getting got to be planned, and how they know it better than others. It's very okay. So I just want to say all this stuff because it helps people figure it out in their own situation. And so release it and let go of the old structure. Remember, it's also, it's very blessed. And Aquarius is so blessed. As I'm an ascendant in Aquarius with Mercury in Aquarius, so blessed with the camera, because it's always shady, it's always getting problems, there's a connection. When I just put the card and the connection wasn't there anymore. It's 18. Okay. Even if I buy a new camera, it's probably happen. Even if I have the greatest camera in the world. Something, there's always something in the connection, whether it's internet, whether it's face-to-face, as always. In fact, we got to be the master of understanding the divisionism in the society, in order to help and provide service and healing to the others. Okay, so the maintenance man got to know where putting the hands, his hands when repairing something. Otherwise. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's finish with this. So, you receive now we are here in order to, and we are also here at the same time, in order to nurturing and getting the results. This basket with the fruits is getting the results, and it is not getting the results, it's now, it's something in these days, because it's something that got to be initiated, okay? They found something. Okay, so even if there has been delay, this delay will be recuperated if you are destroying these dark forces, emotions, and everything that has been in between, okay? Then understand this. This is how you elevate and stay in the frequency. But for many people is materialism, lack of care, mismanagement, materialism, overburdened. I'm overburdened too much. Oh, and even if you say, you know, I know you are so busy. I know you are, you know, you are in such a mess emotionally, or you are so busy scheduled, whatever is the case. Your colleague is not there because he's still in holiday, whatever is the case, you know, blah, blah, blah. But you got to own your schedule. And you own your schedule, not in the way of the Pluto in Capricorn structure that happened. We just finished, yes, years ago. We have it. And then we entered with Pluto in Aquarius last year. It's not that way. It's this way. Okay. So somebody is still, even if the energy is changed, is still coming back with the same old way, ideology, way to manage a place, way to manage, to govern. Okay. Let's say the way to govern your action. So this can help everybody in the world, whatever is the case, from what you have to eat until, you know, come on, Netanyahu, we had enough of this peace. It is not this peace, it's not peace, yes. So not of neglecting, materialism, overburned, lack of care, mismanagement. Her actions are driven by love and care, and she's respected by her family and her community. This passage highlights the value of a woman who fears the Lord in the sense that she recognized the immensity, and she's humble with the wisdom. She doesn't say, I am God, okay? And or God said to kill everybody. She recognized, she surrendered. You already know the story. Of course, she is an archetype. It's you, it's whoever. And showcases her roles in both the domestic and the economic sphere. So it's also all the for those who've been through astrology, they've been understanding so many things. It's also Jupiter in Cancer going direct after you know, there has been an opposition that was similar to 2014, but in 2014 this opposition was difficult. There was a still tension. For somebody, they still have this kind of tension, depending on the level of their work on the energy. For somebody, it's the same fucking energy that happened in 2014, because astrology doesn't exist, because tarots, it's also, I don't know, you know, blah, 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 and so forth, and so on and so forth, okay? While you can regain the stability, the prosperity, and the practical wisdom. I say the highest because I was just saying the, okay. And also, or all their own resources, which is not only money, but it's their skills, it's their beautiful characteristics. And even their faults can be turned in something that helps them. Because in the spirituality, the faults and the good sides of a person are, we don't care a fuck. It can be, both can be a problem. Like I just mentioned, Aquarius going there and say, click here, clear here, and it's done. The intelligent people listen to you, recognize it, because if I've been studying books and books and books and books in a university, then I come back and you know, I know many people that they have a great career with all the books and the training and the mastering and blah 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 blah. And when you say to them ta 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 ta, they say yes, because they've been observing it from another side, even if they are not into the spiritual world. You see what I mean? So it depends, it always depends on the way that you nurture your domestic and material life. Because if you just do it because I know this, and all the rest, it's time to say no to this. But it's a time where this energy got to be cleaned in the collective field through some kind of understanding of what the forces, dark forces that are into that. Of course, here on Facebook, there's a lot of satanic and everything side. No, you don't do it. Nobody will listen to this video. Nobody will say, nobody, but I'm here, you know. In fact, I'm talking to no one. I am, it's like, yeah. Okay, don't say all the other, they already know. Okay, thank you for watching, and good luck. Always going to be good. Remember that this is waning. And this is waning. Okay, so this crazy act is very meaningful. Yeah. Okay, so go back to the moon, nurturing, and see what, sit there and see what is interfering, because there is a lot of stuff that is not yours. And I've been explaining to you what's going on. Thank you so much. Good luck for everything. See you. I'm going to rest as well because it's aching.